Welcome to a 1029WhiStleFM.com special report on the expansion of the Leisure Centre and Whitchurch-Stouffville Public Library on Park Drive. The work has taken about a year to complete, but the renovations have been well worth the wait. The newly expanded facility has grown by some 42,000 square feet and has added a number of world-class facilities, making it a focal point for the community and a shining example of modern technology. We spoke with Carolyn Nordheimer-James, Chief Executive Officer at the library, and asked her what she feels is the single biggest accomplishment of the expansion.
Well, of course, I'm going to say the library, but I think just overall the whole complex. It's now going to be a place where everybody in Whitchurch-Stouffville can come and connect and spend some time. You know, they can go to the gym, they can go to the fitness center, they can go to the gallery, they can come to the library. Everybody has their own interests, and there's something for everybody, all ages, all nationalities. It's just a wonderful place for the community to connect and get together.
When you consider all that's happened here, a much expanded space, new technologies, additional facilities and capabilities, what do you think that this will translate to?
Well, for the library, for instance, the extra space is just amazing. We have study rooms now that we've never had. We have program rooms that we never had. We have a digital media lab with a green screen and a 3D printer. We have a recording studio. So from the library perspective, there's just no limit to what we can do. But then again, there's now the gymnasium for people who are more sports-minded. And then we've got the art gallery, Latcham Gallery coming here, which especially for the library is definitely a good pairing for culture, the library and the gallery. It's just fabulous.
In terms of the digital revolution that continues worldwide, how do you see things like ebooks and other advances impacting you as a library?
Well, you're right. I know a lot of neighboring municipalities are certainly finding that their print circulation is going down. We're not actually finding that here in Whitchurch-Stouffville. People still like to have the actual book in their hands, and we're finding that people that like the print book, but they also like the electronic book. It depends on what they're reading and why they're reading, and they like both. But definitely our e-resources are going up, the e-books, the e-magazines, and then to go even beyond the digital, with the 3D printer and the digital media lab and the photo editing and video editing software and the recording studio. It's not just about print collections. You know, everybody gets their information in different ways, so it's different strokes for different folks.
You're listening to a 1029WhiStleFM.com special report on the expansion of the Leisure Centre and Whitchurch-Stouffville Public Library on Park Drive. We're speaking with Carolyn Nordheimer-James, Chief Executive Officer at the library. And Carolyn, I noticed in your media release a discussion about a fireplace and comfy couches. Is this an effort to make this space more inviting for people to sit and read in the library?
Yes, absolutely. We have a magazine lounge, and then we have exactly what you said, a fireplace lounge with fireplace, comfy furniture. When you go in the front door of the library, you'll see a long kind of curvy couch. So we want people not just to come in and grab a book or a DVD and run out. We want them to come in. We have a coffee machine, so we want them to come in, and if they're spending the day here studying or coming in, grab a newspaper or magazine, sit down in front of the fireplace and grab a coffee and sit and read and interact with other people in the community. We're really hoping that this is going to be a community living room, if you like a real, not just a library, but the whole complex. You come in, you go to the gym, you come into the library, grab a coffee, read your book, maybe stroll around the art gallery and look at the latest works of art that are on display, so that it's a real hub for the community, a place where that you live, work, and play.
In terms of the quantitative side of things, can you give us an idea about how big the facility is now, the numbers of people who work here, hours of operation, and so on?
Well, I can speak really only, professionally about the library. So we are now twice the size that we were before. We haven't increased our staff that much. We'll now be, I think, about 4. We're now a staff of 24, 9 of whom are full-time. The whole space of the, I wouldn't want to, I do know or did know, I wouldn't want to guesstimate on the size of the whole complex. I don't think the leisure staff has increased a lot. They've increased the maintenance staff a bit, fortunately, because you'll see it is a much larger space. The library alone, as I said, is twice the size, and a lot of it is glass. So there's a lot of work. The guys have been spending a lot of time around with Windex and cloths and to try and keep everything looking brand spanking new. But and some of the space, like the gym, for instance, it's a huge space. It's a double gym. It's beautiful, but it doesn't require a lot of staff to maintain it.
And finally, Carolyn, are there any thoughts you'd like to leave us with?
It's been a long haul. The library staff, I just have to commend. They've worked so hard. We were all in even on Saturday when the weather was so bad. The leisure staff, the maintenance staff. If you had asked me even last Thursday or Friday if we were going to be ready for Monday, I would have said no. We were still, unpacking boxes. Everything was filthy dirty. But just everybody, town staff, the contractors, the construction guys have been amazing. It really, I think typical of Whitchurch-Stouffville, it's just been a good partnership, a good team effort. Everybody stepped up to the plate, and even given the weather, we opened at 10 o'clock on the 16th.
Thank you very much, Carolyn. You've been listening to a 1029 WhiStleFM.com special report on the expansion of the Leisure Centre in the Whitchurch-Stouffville Public Library on Park Drive. We've been speaking with Carolyn Nordheimer-James, Chief Executive Officer at the library. Thank you very much for joining us today. Reporting for 1029 WhiStleFM.com News, I'm Bob Pritchard.